Hiya. Thank you if you're joining me live today or if you're watching the replay. I hope you find this interesting, useful, get a better understanding of the issue that I'm about to talk about. And if you do find it useful, I'd be really grateful if you shared the story so this gets out to as many people as possible. So a few years ago, I was working in a corporate job. I had to go to London a lot of the time for that job, travelling up by train each day. And during one particular period of that job, which I loved, and the people were great, and the company was great, and it was all good, I had difficulties myself with my mental health, my mental well-being, and behaved in ways that I look back and think, actually, that was pretty bad. Wasn't the nicest person to live with, perhaps. Nobody at work, particularly within the London office I was working, probably would have known, apart from a very small amount of people, that I was struggling. I'm the kind of person who can put a mask on at work. I'm very much bright, breezy, cheerful, positive, all of those things. Had never ever had a day off with my mental health. And if somebody came towards me, even if I was feeling quite quiet and withdrawn, it would be a plaster of a smile across the face, and I was upbeat, positive, cheerful to anybody who would have asked what Sarah is like at work. So this particular day, I'd finished, always finished a little bit earlier to miss the rush hour sort of traffic, if you like. Went to the station, caught the train to Clapham Junction, went to the platform for my train back home, and sat on the bench. Wasn't really thinking anything particularly specific. The announcement came on the tannoy that the next train was going to be the Gatwick Express. And in that moment, I switched over into a dreamlike, trance-like state, if you like. Popped my bags down, popped my hands in my pockets, walked to the edge of the platform, behind the line, behind the safety line and what have you. And it had got quite busy. The benches had all been sort of filled up and what have you, so people were standing. And to the left of me was a small child with their parent, grandparent, I'm not entirely sure. And I decided that was it. I was going to walk out in front of the Gatwick Express, which didn't stop at that station. And it was the perfect solution. I was calm, I was focused, I was ready. It was the perfect answer for what was happening. And I didn't think about it in advance. There was no planning. There was no, this is what I'm going to do at this time today. It literally just came over me like that. Fortunately, just before the train came in, the little boy who was standing to the side of me had something in his hand and he dropped it. I'm not sure, it's like a toy car or something like that. And it literally picked me straight out of my dreamlike reverie state. And I realised what had happened and what I had been about to do. I was shocked and appalled and ashamed and a million other things that I had even thought for a tiny second to do something like that. And I got my stuff together and cried all the way home, which is like an hour and a quarter's journey on the train. And not one person asked if I was okay or anything like that. And I came home and basically dragged my husband off, told him what I had nearly done, and we got me some help. So the reason that I'm sharing this today is because I think it's important. I think it's important that people talk about their experiences. And I hope it gives some understanding to somebody who might have been through it themselves with a loved one or a family member. And if their experience was similar to mine, they hadn't planned it. They hadn't, even thought about it that much in advance. They weren't thinking about it being a selfish act. They truly believed that it was the answer at the time. I really hate it when anybody, you know, says like there was a traffic jam where somebody had jumped off a motorway bridge, and obviously trains have been cancelled before because of people doing a similar sort of thing. And people are always like, that's so selfish, how can anybody do that? But it's not about being selfish, it's just about that moment. It's just about that being a solution in that moment. So just, I don't even know if anybody could have stopped me because I didn't know I was planning on doing it. I don't know what would have happened if somebody had said, look, you're really not all right and I'm worried about you. I don't know if that would have changed things or not. I'd like to hope so. But really, the moral of what I'm saying is reach out to somebody who's not behaving in the way that they normally do. You know, it's an indicator that something's not right, that there's something that they're not processing, that there's something that they're not taking in properly or dealing with properly, and that they are struggling. It's not always about the person who's crying, the person who has time off work. Sometimes it's about other things too. So just look around you mentally at your friends and your family and the people that you are around. Is something out of place? I don't know that it would make a difference, but if it made a difference to just one person, then that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing that me sharing my story had helped somebody not to get to the place that I did. And if you've been unfortunate enough to experience that with a loved one or a family member who actually did commit suicide, then you'll be looking for answers probably, and I'm not sure there are any. You'll be looking for reasons, and again, it's very difficult because for me, it wasn't a planned thing. It wasn't something that I had decided to do. It was just a spur of the moment trance-like state. I don't know if it meant that the chemicals in my brain were imbalanced or what it was, but you may be looking for answers that there aren't any, that they may just have got into that trance-like state in that moment and it happened. And if you've experienced anything like this, I'm really sorry. And if you are me, but not so far down the line as I was at that time, then please go to the doctor, speak to your family, whatever you need to do it now, because actually it's a really horrible, awful experience to go through, both for yourself, if you actually end up not doing it, and for your family and your friends and all the people you leave behind if you do. So reach out to your friends, reach out to people who can help you, reach out to people who are behaving differently, whatever it is. Just, if there's anything, just reach out to people. And God, we need it after this last year or so. So I hope this has helped. I hope that there's a better understanding of what happened. And like I say, if you find this useful or inspiring or whatever, then please share it, because if my video gets to people and it helps one person to reach out, then I'll have done my job. Sorry, it's a bit of a heavier one today. I just felt with Mental Health Awareness Week it was important. So I'll bring back some more strategies and things like that for you another day. But today it felt like the right time to share this. So lots of love. Take care.